Hi there folks! Now before you start thinking what the hell did I tune into and move on to some cute kitten videos, let me welcome you to This Week in Geek, or WIG as my bald friends like to call it. This is a news show on the geekiest stories making headlines today. Who better to bring you geek news than a comic book character like myself? I'm Juan Too Many. You may remember me from those Fleshlight infomercials, but long before that, I was a failed comic strip actor. Now I'm a proud anchor at WIG, and here to bring you the stories our top-notch research team has collected. Hollywood was really busy this week, so let's start right in with some movie news. Arrow's Stephen Amell, who last month joined Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 as the hockey mask-wearing vigilante Casey Jones, can be seen here channeling his inner Jason Voorhees from the movie set. We were treated to this first look by Michael Bay, or as I like to call him, the murderer of my childhood dreams. In other Turtle news, Tyler Perry is joining the cast of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles sequel as well, playing Baxter Stockman. No word on if he'll play Stockman as Medea. We're also getting a new Shredder. Brian T, last seen in The Wolverine, will replace Toro Masuman in the sequel. I find this an interesting casting change, since this version of the Shredder is very similar to the Wolverine's villain, Silver Samurai. Here are a few looks at some of the characters in DC's cinematic universe. From the set of Suicide Squad, we have Will Smith playing Shaft, Deadshot, and looking quite jiggy with it, if I might add.
Big Willie Styles all in it, getting jiggy with it. Getting jiggy with it. Getting jiggy with it.
Starring alongside Smith is Jared Leto playing the Joker, and here's the image David Ayer released of his take on the Clown Prince of Darkness. Obviously, there's a little inspiration from Jack Nicholson, Heath Ledger, and Macaulay Culkin in Home Alone. Not to be outdone by his adversary, Batman gave us a close-up look of the Batflex rendition in Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice. I can't help but feel like I've seen this image somewhere before. Now before I move on to our next segment, I'd like to bring up someone near and dear to my heart, Beer Can Man, whose rise to fame with an alcohol-sponsored comic and dramatic fall was all in the eyes of the public. He went from hero to zero when TMZ shared drunken nude images of Beer Can Man sexually harassing supervillains after defeating them. It was obvious Beer Can Man needed to do a little soul searching, and I'm proud to announce that after a stint in rehab, Beer Can Man is doing well. A matter of fact, I ran into him as we both tried out for the Avengers team. Long time no see, Beer Can Man.
Yes, I took some time to clean up my act, and now I'm ready to show the Avengers what a non-alcoholic beer can man can do.
That's awesome. I'm really happy for you. But you know they already got, like, an Iron Man, right?
My suit's made of a 100% recycled aluminum.
Okay there, Captain Planet. Sadly, our Avengers auditions didn't go so well. Joss Whedon went with a pair of twins instead of us in Avengers Age of Ultron, some hussy named Scarlet Witch, and a Flash knockoff named Quicksilver who can't even outrun bullets took our place. But there was some good out of this, as Beer Can Man is now my assistant co-anchor. I know you're thinking he's a co-host, but no, I assure you I am the one and only true host of Week in Geek. This show is a lot like Highlander. There can be only one. But Beer Can Man does make a great cup of coffee, and he also proved that he does a pretty good review, as he did with Avengers Age of Ultron, which just came out this weekend. Let's have a listen to Beer Can Man, what he has to say.
Hey, I've got your review for Avengers Age of Ultron. And as we know, it's making a ton of business this weekend, and with good reason. It's a great big action blockbuster full of epic fight scenes, explosions, and it's very funny. Joss Whedon has done it again. All the Avengers are back. They brought in Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. The Vision looks amazing. Paul Bettany is great in it. They're fighting Ultron, which is voiced by James Spader, and he does a great job of being really creepy and menacing. The good things about the film is the added character development for Hawkeye and Black Widow. We learn a lot about each with some surprises along the way. What doesn't really work is the romance, or the attempt to have a romance between Hulk and Black Widow. That never really felt right for real. The last act goes on a little bit long. It's kind of like the Battle of New York, only it's longer, with a lot of the similar things happening, like an onslaught, in this case of robots, It just goes on and on. But overall, it's a great time, especially if you see it in IMAX. You'll get your money's worth.
Sorry to have to cut out on Beer Can Man, but we have some breaking news. Apparently DC and Warner Brothers took offense to my references made earlier on the show regarding Will Smith's look as Deadshot. So they've now released some new images from the Suicide Squad, including one of the entire team. Now there's no Joker or Amanda Waller pictured, but we do have our first looks at Slipknot, Captain Boomerang, Enchantress, Katana, Rick Flag, Deadshot, say hello to that sexy nutty Harley Quinn, there's Killer Croc, and El Diablo rounds out the team. The team is in front of Belle Reve Federal Penitentiary, which we all know in DC's universe is where they house superpowered criminals. Here's also a better look at Smith as Deadshot, looking a lot less like his Wild Wild West version of a pimp and more like a superhero here. Now I know this week has been filled with tons of movie news, and we've been lacking on the comics, but this is our first episode, and I promise you that it will be more comic heavy on the next episode of Week in Geek. I do have some juicy tabloid-esque bombshells of a spoiler regarding a gay X-Men, and no, I do not mean Bruce Jenner. Bobby Drake, the one and only Iceman, has been outed in the all-new X-Men. If we've learned anything, is that it sucks to have psychic friends. And more surprisingly than knowing Bobby Drake likes the D, is that Family Guy predicted this long ago.
Honey, where'd you go when you went out last night?
Just over to Tom's house. Played some poker, had some brewskis, you know.
Really? Then would you mind explaining that?
At least they know how to touch a man!
And now with that, it is time to end our show. Thanks for tuning in to This Week in Geek. We appreciate it. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. And I want to thank my team who's done a great job. And I would also like to thank our sponsors. Sphincterine. A minty fresh asshole is just one wipe away. Toodles, everyone.